Yay!
And we're back.
All right. Welcome back, after some technical difficulties, to a fight in the wilderness. When we last left our heroes, they have challenged the Guardian of the Forest to prove themselves worthy, as the Guardian wants to return everything that came with Stillnock's old base of operations to nature. They have successfully fought it through a wolf form as it transformed into a boar, shedding energy to create smaller wolves. When we last left the initiative order, it was Florentine's turn, and Ferris Finnegan was shouting out to her.
Oh right, yeah. So yeah, not the magic thing, the other one.
The other... Do you know how dangerous that is?
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Fine. Just... let me get my order of operations right.
Touch that you're worried about me, really.
Alright, fine. Just blow it up. And she is going to... Order of operations, aggressive purge herself. Not saving against the ongoing damage. Then cast Hyperdrive on Ferris. Which is... Target takes 2d6 damage for each standard action they take, and they may take up to 4 standard actions that turn. Then she's going to take a step back. Take 18 damage. Roll to save again, and still be taking 18 damage. Escalation is at 2. Melkesh, you've gathered power, and you've got a boar guardian in your face.
Yeah, I sure do.
Maybe not yet.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take. I'm engaged. That's pretty.
You are
obvious,
engaged.
right? Yeah. I'm just gonna risk it, and I think I'm going to try to erode it as quickly as possible. So, entropic reaction. And that is, of course, doubled, and the ongoing is doubled for the first turn that it takes ongoing.
Okay.
Assuming it hits. I think we have a song bonus, too.
Yes. You do have a song bonus. Its MD is currently 16.
Then that's pretty good.
Alright. So it takes 65 acid damage.
Or
65?
70.
Oh, 70. GM's bad at math acid damage.
And
And
it'll take 40 acid damage next turn, but then every ongoing is 20.
Alright.
And I'm going to attempt to disengage.
Actually, something happens first.
Oh, well, it's going to hit me, but...
No, actually, as you do it, you blow it into leaves. It dusts in the wind. And you see the leaves just fly up into the canopy. And then in a similar way, you see the mud along the ground
Oh shit.
as this energy falls down and begins to animate the mud into 2 boar spirits. And then after a few moments of quiet, descending from the treetops, you see a giant spider spirit descend from the canopy.
Well, that's horrifying.
It's once again made of, this time, just almost a lattice of moss surrounding fresh forest leaves with thick, grisly branches as 8 spindly legs. Malkesh, continue your turn.
I guess I'm not disengaging this. It disengaged from me, apparently. So, yeah, no, I'm good with the tree between me and this boar spirit. I'm not gonna do the other thing I was thinking of, though. It's really fucking tempting. I'll just leave it at that.
I'm still thinking about it.
I mean, look at that, right?
Wait until we need it. We're not in dire needs right now.
Alright.
Alright, 1 second. Alright. And I need to roll initiative for these things. 19.
No. You're supposed to go behind me.
Well, maybe if you hadn't rolled a 3 on your initiative.
Alright, is that your turn, Malkesh?
Yeah, I really can't do much else except to run screaming around in a circle, and that's not necessarily useful.
Alright. Hunhow, it's your turn.
Okay, first things first. Nope, I'm not overpowered this round. Yeah, then I'm just gonna go ahead and gather my focus. And apparently a lot of... Wow!
Getting rainbow power.
That was last month, Locus.
Apparently, Jesus Christ. So apparently if you hold down a button for push to talk and try to assign a color, it selects everything you mouse over. Little things we learn. But that's going to be a standard action, and I'm just going to go ahead and go play with the Guardian of the Forest. What up,
Okay.
big Spider-Man?
The boar spirit will intercept you.
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't do a slap because I used my standard action, so that'll be my turn.
Alright. And it says boar spirit's turn. Get out my old ruler. Alright. So this one is going to use its charge attack this way. And this one is going to move down this way to do its charge attack this way. Alright, so AC Locust,
Not even close.
AC Ghost Ship,
This is gonna hurt me the most. I'm waiting for this 20.
AC Ferris.
Oh, thank God, missed.
That was an odd miss. I think I have a spell for that.
Okay.
Oh, no, no, never mind. I don't have a spell for that.
Swore I put their stats on that thing. What's the Ghost Ship's AC again? Let's see.
Remember right, it's actually fairly low, isn't it?
17?
Actually,
well.
wait, I do have a spell for that. I'm gonna actually cast that on the Boar Spirit and try to give those temporary hit points to myself.
Yeah, no, that hits.
Alright, cool. And I get 28
Alright.
temporary hit points.
Alright, Ghost Ship again.
And you keep your focus, which is nice.
Hit.
Malkesh.
It hits. AC, right?
AC. Alright. 10 damage, bringing the ghost ship to 1 hit point.
Can one death knell a ghost ship?
No! I'm not sure which one that is.
So please don't rip the soul out of the ghost ship, because I kind of...
You know, that's kind of...
It's kind of his family.
Alright.
Them's my fam.
So, the Guardian of the Forest is currently weakened, so it takes -4 to attacks and defenses. So, let's... Alright. Alright. It's going to... spit a bunch of venom at Hunhow. And that's versus PD.
I'm pretty positive that misses. Yeah, that misses.
So, seeing that miss, it pretty much hikes up its spinneret, and then... Jeez, wow, this makes my attacks bad. Okay, no, that's also gonna miss. So, okay, Spider completely biffs all its attacks.
Any miss damage?
No.
Cool.
Wolf spirits are dead. Gunhild, it's your turn.
Alright.
Not to interrupt, but I'm assuming it takes ongoing damage at the end of its second turn, right?
Oh.
It's hard with these double turn order things. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would say I would take that on this turn as well. So, we're going to...
Take 40 on the first, 20 on the second.
Alright, do I get...
You do
And
get a
that's-
save.
I do get a save.
You do get a save. Never mind.
Well,
It
At least he
saves.
took the 40.
that actually might not be bad for me, though. Because I can't bleeding strike something that's already taking ongoing. So hopefully we can maybe get it above that 20 anyway.
I mean, I'm going to confirm it gets a save. It should. Everything else gets a save for ongoing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
then it should. I'm not
Yeah.
even going to check then.
Back to Gunhild.
Why is my I lost my character sheet. Hold on. I get lost when I accidentally clicked the page earlier. Okay. I don't even remember if I rolled my hammer, so I'm just gonna hold that one. I think this boar spirit's closer, so. Alright, the green I use is like exactly the same color. Alright, I'm going to this one.
Oh, that's a sound hit.
Right.
44.
A couple of T's.
Yeah, it looks like 3 2s in your damage you could reroll.
Yeah, I might as well give that a shot. What am I? Wait, hold on. Sorry, I think the way I have my push to talk set up, it's messing with something. Let me just do this first, and I'll figure it out.
Well, that's a hefty improvement. An
Yeah, that's a
extra
pretty big improvement.
18 damage.
Yeah, that's 18 damage more. Nice.
Melkesh, did you want to death knell this, or you want me to finish it off?
I can death knell it. I can give some healing. Who needs healing? I don't. Hunhao doesn't.
Florentine's
will
almost
after this.
dead.
Yeah, we actually might want to give it to Florentine.
Really?
I know, I know.
Did
Two
Death
ways
Knell
you can
Florentine?
interpret that.
Been sitting here tempted to death knell Florentine the entire time.
Yeah, but out of everyone, she needs the healing the most. We're actually pretty well stacked.
Tank
Yeah, my health
bird.
is alright. I just have very few recoveries. I mean, health-wise, I'm okay.
I guess what are your
Go nuts. After this battle this is the 4th encounter in this cycle.
Yeah, we're good. I don't need to death knell. If you can kill it, kill it. If not,
Yeah. I mean, did you use your boots? Also, you
I
get an
did.
extra 1d6, I think, from the fire.
Oh yeah, we have fire weapons, don't
I
we?
don't remember. I think it's
Oh, that's
1d6.
right, yeah.
Or the 2d6. 2d6.
Yeah, so you get boot damage and fire damage.
What was the one for the boots?
No, sorry. It's just 1d6. I'm a dumb.
Okay, well, I'll roll into the 1d6 anyways.
Oh, wait, actually, these guys are vulnerable fire. You crit it and it dies.
Right.
Hey!
That's good, because I'm engaged with it. I didn't want to have to try and finagle my way through that.
We did it. Yeah, that's all I got.
Alright. Ferris, you are humming with power. You
Yeah,
can feel your body trying to tear itself apart.
And then it does, because the Cloak of Bilocation activates, and now there's 2 Ferrises. And then, so, Dan, it says with Shadow Walk that I disappear until my next turn, but with these enhanced standard actions, could I Shadow Walk, then move? And then-
Allowed.
Alright. So,
You okay, Dan?
Oh, I'm dying.
let's, hold on, we'll wait for the DM to
Alright.
not die.
In
Please
rolls
don't.
I'm no
die,
longer-
really.
Alright. So, well, with no more boar in front of me, first of all, I guess both Ferrises will try to Shadow Walk. And I think 25 versus MD, that's also a +1 from Lissy's thing.
Yep.
I guess it'd be 24 versus the Guardian of the Forest, since I had that negative effect.
Oh yeah. No, it hits. It's Guardian of the Force is 16, Boar Spirits. Guardian of the Force is 16, Boar Spirits 15.
Yeah, both Ferrises now. Can I get to the Guardian of the Forest from here?
Okay, so you've shadow walked with one Ferris.
Well, both conditions apply to both of them, so I guess
Oh.
they both disappear.
Okay, well, yes. Yeah, sure, you can get there.
Okay, so yeah,
That's what
both-
shadow walk does.
Yeah, so both will engage and then reappear, and on both sides once I get the other Ferris over there. Bleeding Strike is going to be my first standard action. Actually, wait. No, Evasive Strike with 1. My first action. So that'd be double damage, so 44 plus the sneak attack since there's 2 Ferrises engaged, so 66. I don't know if you double the sneak attack damage, I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, I think you do. But similar to when Melkesh dealt that massive blow, the Spider Guardian flies apart. Because that's another threshold that came down. And in its place, you see a clutch of essentially what look like pine cones. And then those pine cones burst open into Ferris Finnegan. That's not right.
We found out where Ferrises come from.
And then those pine cones.
Human-
Humans
Alien
just keep
reboot.
getting weirder.
And then
Oh, wait, do I
those
take-
pine cones.
No, I'll wait until you're done.
Go into more spiders. And phasing into existence over here, you see the form of the elf that was there at first.
All right, so yeah, this bottom Ferris, I guess, popped free.
Yeah.
So do I take 2d6 after my first standard action, or just any extra ones?
Okay, no, it's every standard
Okay,
action.
that's what I thought. Okay.
So I'm gonna rule that you've used
seven
two
damage.
standard actions to kind of make your sneak attack happen right
Okay,
away.
no, I'm fine with that.
Um,
17
it's-
damage.
It's D12s, not D6.
Oh, my bad. I don't know why I thought it was. So I guess we'll just start from scratch here. Yes, that hurts. That hurts a lot.
You might want to hold off because I've got a shitload of temporary hit points, and Florentine can overdrive me next turn.
Nope. Not
Actually-
done here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still have 2 standard actions left. Since I was 2 total.
Yes, that was 2. You can still do 2 more.
So yep, this bottom Ferris is charging a spell, but let's do that one first. Basically, they're going to act in tandem. So while this one force salvos, this one is going to kind of jump into this fray here, and we're going to do slick feint. So first this one, and then I guess the second one will be this one. But first we'll do the force salvo against basically every remaining enemy. And we'll see if I survive. I guess,
Alright.
just for keeping everything continuous, the 14 is probably against this Guardian of the
Okay.
Forest here. Is that the right damage?
All right, so that hits
70.
everything.
45 against those, and then slick feint. Well, let me roll the 2d12 to make sure I don't die first. 16. Still up. And slick feint. So if 21 against MD hits this spider spirit, then Ferris will do an attack against this second one here at 21 versus AC.
Yes. AC is 22.
Son of a bitch. And then Ferris dies. Exactly. And I think that knocks him back down to 1 Ferris, to be honest.
Yes. And knocks you to safety.
All right, yeah. I guess safety, would be closest to our healer. Well, actually, you know what? Let's hang out with Hun Hao. Because Malkesh is...
I'm sorry,
Engage.
between Ferris and Florentine.
Yeah.
Just have to determine how much shit I'm gonna get in for killing off an NPC.
All right.
Okay. Right, I'm going to engage with the one that's engaged with Malkesh. And I think I've already used Squawk for today. So... And I don't think I got the recharge. Song sustains.
Oh, even though I'm unconscious, should I roll against my whatever debilitating thing for -2
It's-
to...
That just gets wiped off.
Okay.
Okay, Dan.
It got quiet all of a sudden.
I know.
Yeah.
Has he been kicked?
No, it's yeah, no, that ties, so 7 damage.
Okie doke.
What does "It's All Yours" do?
It's all yours does. The next ally to attack the target I missed gains a +2 attack bonus with that attack.
Oh, I forgot to add my. Well, no. Never mind. I attacked with a spell on those spider spirits, so it's not going to matter.
And with the adventurer, you get a 1d6 damage. So, I suspect Malkash could possibly use it, or Florentine, if she doesn't decide to heal. Oh no, it's against the creature that I missed, so it has to be the boar.
Well, it's just whoever attacks it next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as it's that creature.
Please tell me Florentine has a heal, Dan.
She has a temporary hit point heal.
Something.
Oh.
Ferris is just like laying at Hunhouse's feet, like, did I look cool?
Yes.
Right.
You looked exceedingly cool.
Ghost ships.
Yes, of course.
They're barely hanging on, but
They are, bless them, and they have no heal. But they're aggressive little fuckers.
Dang, they rolled pretty high.
Aggressive little fuckers. Say hello to
Yep.
my little friends.
28 damage. And it's weakened. Oh, right. Oh. Okay. All right. So, Guardian of the Forest. First, it's going to use its quick attack on, and it points its staff towards Hunhao.
Bring it, nerd.
And versus PD.
No.
All right, you see a wall of wind go up around you, but nothing follow through for it. To which then it swings back around and then shoots out a just lightning bolt of green energy at you. Versus AC.
That'll hit.
No, versus PD. All right.
That hits either way.
Yeah, and so you take 27 holy damage.
Well, I'm down to 1 temporary hit point. Yeah, sorry, I put the
Alright.
temporary in red. That way we can
Yep.
keep track of them.
And that was an even attack on Force of Nature, so the lightning bounces to Alyssa. And that's gonna hit.
It is gonna hit. Wait, what's that against?
PD.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Oh, good, it's another even.
So it bounces to Malkesh.
This is bad. I'm vulnerable to holy.
Oh no, you're dead! Oh wait.
Just mostly dead.
I mean,
Sort of dead, isn't
it's
Mm.
18. Only an 18.
18
And that's versus PD?
versus PD.
Misses.
Alright, and that is an
By 1
odd.
point. That could have been really bad.
Well, vulnerable just
Yes,
means the
it
crit,
could've.
crit range expands.
Alright, and that's its turn. And so it's Florentine's turn. To which she is going to first try to aggressive purge herself again. 20, and fails to save. To which she runs and pretty much starts going back and starts panting. It's just like, oh, come on! And then casts the Boltfire Storm on the Guardian of the Forest. And versus
What-
PD.
what, dude? You need to heal.
What's your death knell range?
Death Knell is just a quick action.
Oh, I was wondering what the hit point range on that is.
20.
Son of a bitch, that Force Spirit.
And that hits. 6d8. 17 damage, and it is vulnerable to fire damage. To which Florentine promptly takes 18 ongoing damage and passes out. Just face plants. I mean, I guess in theory, since she's still in kind of a down state, you could try it.
I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where I don't. Okay, I'm in character, out of character, conflicted. In character, Malkesh would just see Ferris down, would just rip the soul out of Florentine without hesitation. Would have done it earlier. Out of character, no, I don't feel comfortable doing that.
I mean, I've got potions out the wazoo. You just
I'm
lean
not
down.
entirely sure what that would do to Ferris.
You'd also be dealing with another angry dragon person.
Yeah, well, I'm less concerned about people being angry and more concerned that. Okay, so in character, the Lich would fucking love Florentine's soul. Like, just tell me he wouldn't. Out of character, it's one of Dan's NPCs that he cares about, and I feel that would be really dickish. So.
But, no, follow your character's heart.
Yeah. I think it'd be
Wow.
interesting party drama.
Mm. The problem is we also need another person to complete this battle. So removing somebody doesn't help into this. Okay, well.
I mean, there are other ways to heal me.
Malkesh wouldn't have even realized it happened yet, so it's a moot point. I have to
No,
either
I-
disengage or deal with his poor spirit. Those are my options right now.
Okay.
I suppose if
Escalation
you
is
want to
3.
discuss it, it could be after the battle too. Does it have to be mid-battle?
Yeah, if she stays down, then it's really something that could happen anytime between now and whatever. Okay, well, I'm going to attempt to disengage, because right now this Boar Spirit is all up in my face.
Yes.
I do not disengage.
You do the opposite of that.
So, I
I guess
guess...
you could. I mean, if you melee attacked and missed it, you could. Can you death knell at close range?
Oh, wait, 1 second. Sorry about this, Hunhow.
Okay.
What's up?
I just forgot to move the. I forgot to move the spider tracker, so I just wanted to give you a heads up that you're
Oh.
not going next.
Cool. Gotcha.
Okay,
Uh,
continue.
Yeah, I'm just gonna smack it and try. I'm gonna stab it with my spear, which I haven't done in a long, long time. So, let's give this a shot. That's actually a decent result, which kills it immediately.
Yep.
And I can't
You
tell
you run it through.
Guess it's a board.
Well, damn.
Next rest up, I am adding back some channel life spells. Disengage was my move action, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
The
I
cost
can-
of using disengage is if it doesn't work, your move action gets eaten.
Yep, I thought so. Okay, then that's it.
All right. This spider spirit jumps on Hunhow and uses its wrap up attack versus AC.
That's gonna miss.
All right. This one jumps on Ferris since it. I guess they're all just kind of. No, this one is going to jump on Ferris, and
It is
Just-
dazed, so it takes a -4 to its attack.
well, you are knocked out, so you don't have any defenses.
I know. Oh, I don't. Oh, neat. Okay.
Um,
That makes sense, I guess.
So it just starts using the wrap up attack, and starts wrapping you up in web.
Not cool.
And then this one's going to jump on Hunhow as well and try to do that same thing. 23 versus AC.
Still misses. I'm a 24.
All right. You got spiders all over you.
Okay, first things first. Ha ha! I am overpowered this round.
You are overpowered this round.
It's that organic hyperdrive.
Hang on, I need to check something real quick. Okay, so I haven't used my Shoes of the Dough yet this day. I'm going to attempt to disengage first. I do disengage. Hunhow's going to take a step back from these spiders, and before that spider wraps up Ferris's head, he's going to give him a Malkesh healing potion.
Woo!
This is gonna be a
Yeah.
fun sight to wake up to. All right, so I get a recovery plus what level is that healing potion at?
That's a champion.
So that's plus 2d8.
I believe so, yes.
And
But
you
I-
have to roll a d10.
Yeah.
Yep, I sure do. So all that recovery first.
All right, and you recover starting from 0, so.
Okay, so 38 total.
You're bouncy.
Well, no, I haven't rolled
Oh,
the
sorry.
d10 yet. Or, right, just one d10.
Oh,
Oh, God. So I think I lose 10 hit points. Is that?
No, it's up to GM.
Oh,
It's a
Oh.
GM's choice.
Oh no, he loses hit points.
Alright, so you're down to 28 then?
still better than 0. And I'm conscious,
Yeah.
getting wrapped up. So that's not
Yeah.
cool.
You are still stuck, but you are conscious.
Alright, cool. And then I'm going to go ahead and activate the active on my shoes to give me an extra move action, which I'm going to step in and get engaged with all these spiders again. And since I've already got my focus and I've got another extra standard action, I'm going to slap this spider spirit, the one with 39 health.
Nice.
Oh,
So that's a hit.
19, too.
That is a 19! And that's a 19. I've got an increased crit range from the potion that got jabbed in my butt.
Yep. So you obliterate it.
And now I can teleport anywhere I... Actually, no. I'm exactly where I want to be.
Yeah, you want to stay engaged. In both
Yeah.
of them.
I want to keep Ferris safe. So, no, I'm not going to use my teleport.
aw, thanks, buddy.
Hunhow would, however, yell out to Gunhild, "Get the Guardian! Finish this!"
No pressure, though.
Hearing that shout,
I just realized that I
Eager?
got knocked. I think we deleted the Ferris that had the initiative tracker on him.
oh,
I was at 16, so I
okay.
haven't gone yet. But
Gunhild versus PD.
I'm sure that's gonna hit. You said PD?
Yes.
Yeah. It ties AC anyways, so.
That's an odd hit.
This was actually with its whirlwind attack.
But it is an odd
Gunhild.
hit.
It is an odd hit.
I have a spell for that.
Okay.
I just need to find the right one. Ah, here we go.
Its MD is 21.
What about its PD?
Its PD is 21.
Shit. Okay. Do I retain my focus on that? Yeah, I do. Okay, so I've still got my focus at least, but that spell doesn't work.
Alright, Gunhild, you are lifted into the air on top of a cyclone.
We...
To which then he continues to go back, launching bolts of energy at Hunhow. Versus
I
PD.
think that hits. That's going to be very close.
I thought you said yours was 24, wasn't it? Oh, that's your AC number.
No, AC is 24. My PD is 20, so yeah, that does hit.
Alright. So, 27 damage. 26. 1 remaining.
Made good use out of those temporary hit points, though. Boy, howdy.
You did. You did. And that's odd, so it doesn't bounce. Gunhild, you are stuck in the air.
So I am.
You are kind of rumbly-tumbly on top of a cyclone. What do you do?
I don't really have anything that I can do here.
I mean, I don't want to play what your character, but I'm just curious. When did your rocket hammer thing kick in?
I forgot to roll it, so I honestly have no idea.
I'm pretty sure you rolled it.
If I did, I don't remember what it was.
It was 3 and 6. I'm gonna scroll up, but I'm almost positive it was 3 and 6.
You have to load the chat log, which that's going to be a fun adventure for your browser.
Yeah, I tried to load it, it didn't work, so I just assumed I just...
Well, it loads it
Wouldn't
from the
have
very
it.
beginning of the campaign, so...
Oh god, yeah, no.
I mean, if it was 3 and 6, then yeah, I could use the hammer to probably argue that it's like a boost out of this.
I mean, that's the GM's call. He could totally say I'm metagaming, but I'm pretty sure it was 3 and 6.
Yeah, no, if you want to use that, use that.
I'll go with that then. I guess I should roll something for that.
Actually, it looks like it was 5 and 3, but yeah, you're pretty much right.
Yeah, we'll say the hammer kicks in, and I don't know if I need to roll for that or what.
Well, if you want to make a background check just to kind of make it a risky maneuver, I'll give it to you at +2.
Trying to figure out how to justify one of these backgrounds in this situation. I honestly can't think of anything. I don't want to hold this up, so I guess I'll just do a hard roll or however it's called.
Sure, like a save at +2.
Yeah, I can't think of how to use these backgrounds, so.
All right, roll a d20 +2. All right. You're able to kind of boost out of it, and now you are flying towards the Guardian. At least I assume that's where you're planning on going.
Yeah, that would be your target.
All right. And you can come down on him to make an attack.
In that case, I haven't used any power attacks yet, so let's go with that.
That beats his AC by 1.
Alright, now I got like a million other things to roll. Let's see. I don't know if the boots technically apply here, but as well try anyways. And I need to roll the hammer. And I think, let's see.
I get another D6 from fire
There's
damage.
still a fire weapon. Is that current health would be 10?
It's. I believe its current health is 3 now.
I think that's what I have here. Fire breath. If it hits, that'll do it.
That unfortunately does not do it.
But it definitely looked cool.
Yeah, you pretty much come down on in a blazing inferno.
It's the way I always wanted to go out.
Ferris, you just woke up to being wrapped up by a spider.
Yeah, Locust pretty much nailed it. Varys just wakes up, he's like, oh god, and just like starts screaming and then just stabbing indiscreetly at this thing.
Yep. You get pretty close to stabbing it to
So,
death.
yeah, 36 damage and then takes an ongoing 21.
It is dead at the end of the next turn.
Actually, you know what? Also, I don't like this thing being on my face. So let's level the gauntlet and against PD 21, I guess, with Lissy's song.
That hits.
There still has 1 hit point left. But it's not on me,
Nope.
and that's all that matters.
And you are still pretty wrapped up. So you can use your move action to try to roll a save to not be
Yeah.
wrapped up anymore.
Exactly what I will do. How many hit points do I have? More than 10, okay. Nope.
Nope.
If I had less than 10 hit points, I could, but
Let's see. Lots of stuff happening.
Lots of stuff happening. Story of my life. Right, bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, so. Oh, that's dead. That's dead. That's more dead. That one's not. Okay. So I will go and attack this.
All right. That is not a hit.
And that's the song.
All right. You can give somebody a +2.
Okay. A +2 to attack?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know my own spells. Really? Can I reach Gunhild?
Yep.
Gunhild get it? Well, Gunhild's gonna get it.
All right. Ghost ships.
Right. See how they like this.
Goes like the last one, not very well.
PD.
Oh, 1 hits.
Excellent.
we got 3 things within death knell range.
Right. The Guardian of the Forest. Attempts. First is going to try to Cyclone Gunhild again.
Wow.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say, does
you
he
shoot
count,
Eep.
does he
you
count as
shoot right
nearby at all?
Yeah, he could count as nearby.
Would that be magical in nature?
Yes, that is very magic.
Let's try and counter magic that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh fuck yeah!
The gauntlet lights up with the power of wind. So he's gonna have to try to disengage then. And takes off. And just fires another bolt of energy at Gunhild. Versus PD.
That is gonna miss.
Alright. But it bounces. To Alyssa.
Oh, maybe I should have countered that one.
Ouch.
27. But it does not bounce. Florentine. Gets up.
That's good.
Then has a very good recovery.
No more
Actually,
moral
pretty-
quandary.
She gets back up and dusts herself off and is just, okay, that didn't go well at all. Escalation 4. Melkesh, it's your turn.
Dan, considering we have 2 enemies with very little health left, would it be okay if I trade a standard action for a quick action?
Sure.
I'm going to Death Knell the Spider Spirit and immediately heal Ferris, and then I'm going to rip the Guardian of the Forest Spirit towards me as much as possible. And if I can't get all of it, what I can get is going into Lissy.
All right. You pretty much grab the spider spirit, and
32 then,
you,
for the first one.
you start sucking at the Guardian of the Forest, and you see the energy coming towards. You're trying to put it into Lissy?
Yeah.
And then you see some energy come off the nearby trees, and they begin to wilt, and they start to go into Lissy. And then this starts to begin spreading more and more.
Oh!
Hunhow's gonna be like, stop! Stop!
I mean, I'm assuming one can stop. Dan, you'll have to tell me. This is your setting.
It's up to you.
So if I take the little bit of soul left in the Garden Forest, I kill the entire forest? Or just
It's-
an area?
The Guardian of the Forest is the soul of the forest.
This is for Lissy, though. I don't care. Mukesh
mean-
takes it.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
God.
Oh no.
Yes, but what does this do to Lissy? Oh my god! Well,
Just pointing out there, he has a -1 modifier to wisdom. Just throw that out there.
Let's see.
I
The
feel
Guardian of the
great!
Forest. The Guardian of the Forest, as it's beginning to fade away, looks at Hunhow and just says, "Ah, I should have expected betrayal." As it fades away. And you just see a necrotic rot begin to form, spreading through the forest, slowly but surely. As the ownership of this forest changes hands from nature to the King of Death. Florentine looks around and is just like, "Oh. Well, I didn't expect that."
Hunhow, there's a stunned silence before just quietly starts, "What have you done?" Before raising his voice so that Malkesh can hear him. What have you done?
I don't know exactly yet. It requires a little bit of study.
Wait. Maybe there's a way we can fix this, like we did with Grand Adostrum. Maybe there's something that.
You
How we
can't
can do.
just undo death.
I mean, kinda.
This forest is dead now.
Forrest was kind of a dick before, let's be honest.
The forest was acting in its nature. It defended itself. There's no reason to kill it and
Against
every living thing in it.
Gunhill? That was our choice. Defeat it, or get rid of our friends. Which would you have chosen?
There's a difference between defeating it and this.
Mechanically, not really, but that's out of character.
Yes, it is, but actually, I need to see. Do I have any icon dice? What can I do to prevent this?
So Ferris is on board to help in any way.
This is gonna kind of stunned at the way.
I got
the
a 6
changing
with the
around.
council. Like,
Sure, since
you got a 6 with the World Tree. I don't know if we could combine.
Oh, I've got a 6 with the World Tree?
Yeah, if you go to.
I
Icon,
do. then yeah, I'm gonna use that 6 with the World Tree, if not to stop this from happening, at the very least replant it so that something can grow again. Because wiping out an entire forest, no.
Ferris, it would come to your mind that you are in the Empire. You are in one of the most heavily warded and magically infused places on the continent, and that the Archmage's ley lines, even if this forest was untamed, in the magical realm they would still travel through it. You know that there is a fast way to distribute magic.
Yeah, so Ferris is gonna put his hand on Hunhow's shoulder and is like, I think, you know, if we act quickly enough, I think there's a way to make this work. And we could tap into the ley lines, tap into the magical wars that surround this place, and maybe stop the rot, or at the very least, start something new.
Hunhow would cast one look at Malkash before looking back to Ferris and nodding, show me where.
I guess Ferris will just point down. I mean, it's within this continent. It's just built within the wards that lifted this continent in the first place.
Well, Hunhow's going to drop to his knees and sort of dig his hands as deep into the ground as they'll go and begin focusing everything he knows into trying to restore life through distributing the World Tree's magic through this ley line.
And you will do so. You will feel pretty much feel the first, a little bit of rebellion to your magic of you utilizing the artificial nature of the ley line, but it's almost as if it knows how important this use is. And as you focus your magic through the ley line, you can feel attacks on yourself. You can feel you're giving it all, but you're feeling that you've prevented this from becoming a barren wasteland. You've still given the power of life to this forest, but it will exist in a place between, as its domain still has been the very heart of it, something not ever expected, was exposed, and the Lich King, even if just for a moment, was given access. This, if it was considered a haunted forest before, it will certainly be considered one now, as this is a place where life and death will battle, ally, combine, and fight for what little is left, to fight to restore the heart of this forest. And you see strange things of this being now a forest that looks like it's in perpetual autumn right now, but the leaves aren't falling from the trees. And you see that this modified change is slowly spreading through the forest, consuming the green but not killing it, changing it.
So Ferris looks a little bit relieved at the sight of this, but he's also immediately stepping the hell out of Hunhow's way, because he doesn't want to be anywhere near his anger right now.
Hunhow, again, sort of rises from where he'd been kneeling and looks to the trees, still just dismayed that what has happened here, before, again, fixing his gaze on Malkash. Are you happy now? Look what you've done. This place was vibrant, beautiful, alive.
This place was trying to kill us a few moments ago.
Nature is dangerous, but you don't take everything from it. You take only what you need to. Would you have us burn down the homes of everyone who's ever threatened us? Haven't we turned enemies into friends time and time again? Would you rather we just cast their cities into the dust and burn everything they've ever worked to accomplish? Is that how we operate now? Is that what we're working towards?
To be fair, I didn't know it would do that.
Think. Think with that big little head of yours next time. Souls aren't something that should just be siphoned away from everyone who threatens us. They're precious.
Saved your life
Yes. And in
more than once.
certain occasions,
Saved everyone in this party's life more than once. I'm not saying it's a toy, but we had no idea what that was going to do. What happened if you had laid the final strike on it? Would you be feeling the guilt of what just happened?
if I had laid the final stroke on it, it would be my guilt to bear. But I didn't. And I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have given it away to death.
Death is already in charge of it, if you hadn't realized. It's entropy. That's life. Life is death. It ends. It regrows.
Not all life at once. If I had not been here to intervene, this place would be barren for God knows how long before life could attempt to retake it. Everything would be gone. Not simply that what threatened us, but everything. Everything that had lived here.
Out of character, I'm not sure to say, because...
They just glare angrily at each other for a long moment. Yeah, I know. Mechanically, we're not sure what the effect would have been if we stabbed it.
Man, sorry.
Yeah. No, out of character. I'm not mad at you.
In the middle of all this.
I hate it when dad and dad fight.
Did
Dad and
did,
death.
did it work? Did it not work? Did it reverse? Is Lissy still healed, or has something happened?
No,
Forrest
she-
is
Oh,
in limbo.
Lissy, you feel radiant right now.
Okay. It's a little bit dulled because I'm out shouting, but
Nobody likes it when
If
Dad
you're
gets
shouting at
angry.
me from there, or if you're closer to me, or what?
No, Hunhow didn't move. He's just sitting here shouting.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, Malkesh would just eventually just kind of be like, "That's how it works." I
I'm
didn't
just
exactly
gonna
want
quietly
that to
put my
happen, but-
hit points up.
If he had closed, I'd probably have Bruno step in, but
Well, out of character, I honestly, I think this is good drama. In character, Hunhow's pissed as hell. And after, Malkesh just said that's how it works, he would have gritted his teeth and kind of stomped at the dirt before just turning around. Let's get out of here. We've done enough damage.
I feel great. I feel like building something.
you always feel like building something.
Yeah, but I feel like building something bigger. That's what I was gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Before everybody leaves, when Yulil, Hunhow, and Malkesh are having their semi-argument, Gunhild just kind of walks towards Malkesh and just looks at the forest around her and just says, as Hunhow walks out, she just kind of adds, "What do you think this destruction will accomplish for you?" And just kind of follows him out.
Malkesh is really confused. But he follows the party anyway.
Malkesh, amongst your confusion, you do have somewhat of a realization that, all things considered, that seems more powerful than what you were capable of.
That doesn't surprise me, considering normally death knell does not extend to the entire forest. I'm curious, out of character, if just killing the guardian spirit would have actually had the same effect, or if this is something.
Oh, no,
unrelated.
Well, I think it was established as a trial of sorts, right? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then did we just cheat?
Well, basically, we're in the fucking training arena fighting with wooden swords, whipped out a dagger, and stabbed our sparring partner in the fucking neck.
That didn't
don't
feel
see
like
it
just
that
a
way.
spar.
I'm sorry, how many of us were down in the middle of that fight?
That's true.
I'm sorry, what were the stakes? Either leave your friends to die or wander the forest endlessly? No, that wasn't a training thing. That was a champion level fight as mechanically is set up. But I totally understand that if an icon wanted this forest, an icon gets this forest.
Well, now he's got to fight for it.
Which
Just for the record, I have absolutely no, like, out of character, no objections to any of this whatsoever. In character, Gunhill just doesn't understand why he'd do that.
and Malkesh is completely confused why Gunhild is okay with that, considering that the option was she and Florentine live in the forest forever. Having been called an abomination by the forest.
Ferris is just really sore.
I mean, y'all
And he
enjoy
had
moral high ground,
spiders.
but-
So many
Probably got a bunch of
spiders.
silk still stuck to his clothes.
He's like trying to pull it out of his beard, but it's not working. He needs a comb.
Still trying to impress Florentine. She's having none of it.
What?
As you leave, Florentine would, as you get to the edge of the forest and see Greg and Delilah fanning the flame of the fire you've been following. Florentine will turn to you and go, "Well, all right. Now that I know that there are forces actively trying to usurp the control of the Empire and are willing to use demonic abilities to do it, I have a lot of work to do. Thank you so much. You did, shockingly, help exactly in the way I asked you to."
Always happy to be of service. And Ferris sits down by the fire.
Which I did say, a deal is a deal. But I would try to help you in what you're doing.
I learned far more here than I perhaps ever wanted to, but exactly as much as I needed to.
And I should know better. I'm trying to remember, because Casey kind of sent us out here in the first place.
Yes.
Did we ever get what Casey wanted us to get?
I believe the reason that you came here was it was what Wingspring was supplying,
That's right.
and they wanted to find out exactly what implications that made and how this could be helpful for their grand heist. You also still have, you have passed along the message that about KC about it not being a allied kingdom's attack. But as far as you know right now, the threat of Imperial enforcers marching on Narohama is still active.
That's right. Ferris kind of looks around and then realizes that nobody's probably in the mood for trying to discuss what they're going to do next.
Okay, time for a nap.
I think Lissy would be wired up right now.
Hunhao has vanished up a tree.
Like a sulking cat.
I mean,
Vanilla is still
yeah.
Vanilla's still kind of fixated on the helmet a little bit.
Malkesh is roasting seed balls with Emblem.
Mhm.
Yes, yeah, Ferris will at some point try and track down Hunhao, which will be kind of tough, because I'm sure if he doesn't want to be found, he probably wouldn't be able to be found.
He's just randomly throwing sticks into trees.
Waiting till he gets an ouch.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Hunhao's not necessarily hiding. He's just kind of trying to avoid other people.
And I guess before Florentine leaves, Ferris would just indicate that they are very interested in also finding out who's using demonic influence to attack the Empire. Like, even though they're diametrically opposed on how to end that threat, they're still aligned in actually ending it.
Well, correct. I have to get back to the library as soon as possible right now. Things could be getting very dangerous. I can't waste my own forces on superfluous experiments now that there may be an internal threat with an army of their own.
Internal, I mean the Imperial Army, or?
Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is... My suspicions are that this is funded from within. And there's only one person I know who, in theory, could be capable of utilizing this demonic control in the Empire. Or and as well as one other figure who would be so willing to risk it for more power.
I was going to assume that Ferris doesn't know enough about the Empire to know who that would be, and just kind of be like, who?
Well, I mean, she just kind of rubs her temples. Were you listening to what we were talking about, or are you just struggling putting it together?
Well, I mean, I kind of lost consciousness a little bit there, so everything's a little bit woozy.
Well, so did I. Anyway, look, look at that machinery. Look at the connections. Look at the funding and the stamps. Look at who would have to know. It has to be coming from within the Empire somewhere. And I know that there is... Well, for being an empire, it's fairly... Everybody has a fairly democratic say when it comes to the tasks we take. And there's really only 3 proper strong enough factions in the Empire. And that's the Library, the Crusade, and the Imperial Guard itself. Now, I need to make sure that one of those other two aren't so far gone they're trying to corrupt another, or worse, what little bastion of light I hold.
Well, I'm sure we'll see each other again. Yeah,
Oh,
I guess take care of yourself.
As I said, you fulfilled your portion of what I asked you to do. I have no reason to not assist you unless it goes against what I'm trying to do, which is protect this world from demonic forces. So if you make it back to the capital, well, I know you're looking for things and that you're looking to get, like that, the scrolls and things that the elf is looking for. Or... And she kind of looks flustered. I didn't expect you just to help without trying to hold some sort of Damocles over me.
I might have Gunhild to thank for that.
She looks and then she goes, I've spent quite a bit of time studying your group since we first met. When I was first given it, the dossier, I studied your abilities and how I best thought to counter you. But it was in meeting you all that I believe I was set down the path to finding this corruption from within. So yes, I'm sorry for that initial encounter, but you can see that your group has, and she kind of looks around, either people who were intensely interesting to me personally, or, and then she waves to the forest, are on the path of becoming unfathomably dangerous. Demons are the face and power of chaos. And we do need to keep hold of some level of order to even imagine having any chance against them. Their friend Hanhao was right. This continent lacks unity, and if we don't have that, we'll be overrun. So I'm going to return to the library now and see what I can do to prevent this empire from being fissioned apart. And she kind of gathers up what little she has brought with her and starts to leave.
Before she gets a little bit too far, like she'll be, like Ferris kind of pauses for a second and he's like, before she gets too far away, Ferris will be like, Florentine, I misjudged you.
I probably did the same to the rest of you. Your lack of focus and carelessness worries me, but I think you might play a part in saving this world. She pauses and thinks. Though leaders of the three factions, and one of the reasons I have to get back, as well as some nearby, well, the representative from the Allied Kingdoms, and likely nearby political entities will be having our discussion about what to do about this, well, the incident in Orther's Glory. If you're going to provide your proof or make your move, you've got an opportunity to do it when, well, everybody's gathered.
Fish just kind of
And-
nods.
And she walks away, and then pretty much you just see her look around and kind of, okay, out of this damn disruption field, and then traces a circle around herself just through the air, and then there's a column of light and she's gone. What's everybody else up to?
Sulking like a spoiled cat.
Toasting seed mellows.
Alright, Seed Mellow Group.
Contemplating existence.
What was that? Gunhill? Goonhill?
Contemplating existence.
With seed mellows or
Off on her own.
Amwa looks to Malkesh and goes, that was an impressive display of power.
I don't think that was all me.
No, you think, really.
Oh, don't you start now, too.
No, I'm not blaming you for this. You did exactly what you thought was right. You saved your friends, and I expect nothing less from you. It's why I've come to trust you, and why you're given the autonomy you've been given. You don't act in selfish interests with your power.
That honestly shouldn't have gone that way. Normally, a soul is a terminus, it's an end. The soul's removed, and that's it. This was much deeper connected. I shouldn't have been able to do that. Like, I really should not have been able to. At least, maybe some of it. But all of it? That's... I'm amazed I didn't become injured, or worse, injure Lissy.
Amwad shakes his head, and he looks a bit upset, and do you want my theory? I have to apologize. I have more of my faculties and thoughts and well of knowledge at my access, but I don't think you made the attack so much, Malkesh. I feel like you peeled the armor back.
Honestly, that's my suspicion as well. Not that that would do much good explaining that to Hunhow or Gunhild.
No, it's Lissy here too.
Yeah. But she's been a little distracted.
Shakes his head, and no, it's already hard enough to explain why we do the things we do for the person, for the being we do them for.
We don't even know if any other form of ending that would have led to a more favorable outcome. Once the armor was down, the interloper, and he kind of says in a knowingly sarcastic tone, could have accomplished the same goal. I suppose I did make it easier, however.
You, and he looks. It was a closed magical system, and everyone involved had a very key connection.
Not a lot of good that will do. All these weeks on the road building up good faith with the party, it seems, is all for naught. I was doing pretty good there for a little while. Even got them talking to the Lich, and that was a cordial talk. Now I fear it may have set back my plans a little. I can't say I'm happy about that, but I don't imagine the Lich has a complaints department, at least not one he'd open.
Amwa immediately looks a bit distant. No. Not as a coworker, but as a friend. There's a lot you can do in the service of a greater good. That can alienate yourself from the very people you're trying to protect. And he blinks and kind of his cat shoulders slump. It's not a path you want to walk.
There is no other path. Sometimes doing what's right is painful. Didn't used to accept that. It took a very long time. Pretty much did everything for myself. And then I learned there was bigger. You know, it's funny. After I got out of slavery, once I freed myself from the orcs, I said, this is all for me now. I didn't serve anyone. And I made money, and I hurt a lot of people. I did no good except for my own. Then I found something worth saving. People that found something bigger, more positive than themselves. I wanted to help too, but you know, only this big. So I tapped into something a little stronger. And it's done wonders. Absolute wonders. I can actually walk amongst people that I thought were beyond my status now. Help people, help the world. I knew I was being manipulated, just a little bit. But I always felt the benefits outweighed the inconvenience. Right now, I'm not so sure.
There is a point where if you were to have these doubts, I would be obligated to report them.
Oh, I'm not afraid of that being sent back. The Lich King knows I've always had a very specific goal in mind. I'm not going to betray him. I think we're still on the same path. I think our desires are aligned, and I will still do as I'm told. But I am still an autonomous being, and my complaints are complaints. I'm not going to rebel against him or something silly like that. I know my place. I may have more power than I once did, but I have no intention of taking on an icon. A force of nature, literally. I would appreciate maybe a little more faith, but I can understand. Our goals are aligned, but they're not necessarily always pointed directly in the same path. So I'm probably not as quick as he would prefer. In a sense, I actually understand a lot of his frustration with Lissy, but now I'm the one that's taking their time. But I don't feel I've taken anything that wasn't deserved or inflicted harm on those who didn't deserve it. It's funny. I don't I don't really regret most of it. But this one concerns me because this is not something I could have done. And certainly couldn't have done alone. I'm not sure anyone in this party would want to hear it, but they peeled back that armor just as well as I did.
Troubling. I'm glad this is how you still feel. Very glad. Because there might come a time where, for the greater good, he asks you to do something to somebody who doesn't deserve it. And it wasn't in my service to him that I learned this. But it's not worth it.
I guess we all have to cross that bridge when we get to it, huh?
Yes.
Solemn marshmallow roasting by the fire.
I didn't want to interrupt any of that, but just to let you guys know, I've not been able to get back onto Twitch.
Oh.
Mine's running fine, but I don't know.
Yeah, I've got mine up right now.
Yeah, mine's running fine.
Seems to be a problem with the desktop version of the site.
Hmm.
But I
And everything
totally
else
did
seems
not
fine.
want to interrupt that.
Can't pull the stream up yet.
I don't think we're going to be doing much more map-related stuff. What's Lissy's thoughts on all of this?
Oh, that's not really an easy one to answer. I suppose Lissy's thoughts are she's surprised that Malkesh doesn't know like the extent of his own abilities now that he's been changed. I suppose she feels a little bit guilty because it was her that ended up mucking up the forest, kind of.
Once again, you feel great.
I do feel it's hard to feel guilty when you feel this good.
Real organic energy.
Like, yeah, you feel better than great.
She kind of scoots over to Malkesh and then thunks the book down that he gave her. That's got like people structures and stuff, and she'd be like, Malkesh, do you want to build a human?
A human?
She pulls out the crystal and puts it in the spine of the book, so that it sits between the 2 pages, and she goes, "Yeah."
I mean, we're gonna need some parts.
Well, I figure that the basic structure I can sort out myself. It doesn't have to be like, it doesn't have to be squishy human.
Well, we want to build the frame first, right?
Oh yeah. That's the first little part that I want to do.
Amboa buries his face in his paws and then looks up and sighs and goes, "Well, I'm not going to endorse this outright, but I may have some experience."
I mean, I reckon that the biggest trouble that those folks had with everything that they were doing was that they went the really, really dark, evil, awful, horrible road, whereas I'm thinking about going the light and happy road that comes from constructing something and then putting the memory of an old knight into it.
I can't see anything wrong with that.
They just didn't have me. That was their real problem.
Right.
Or Malkesh. That was also their real problem. So between me and Malkesh, I am sure that we can make a man.
Automelon.
An automelon. That's exactly right.
I'm
Thank
just
you.
saying
You're
all
all
that.
Thank you,
tripping over
Mr.
the-
Tree, for your comments.
Just on how it kind of like swings out of a tree, corrects her, and then swings away.
Yep. Like a monkey now, apparently. Or George of
Like
the
a
frickin'
sulky
jungle.
monkey.
No, watch out for that tree.
Oh no, looks like George of the Jungle.
Oh my god.
Complete with the baby oil.
Dear God, you're gonna kill me if you say that again when I'm eating.
I'm not gonna recover. I'm done.
Perpetually
was-
shiny elves.
Well, I guess we should really start collecting the parts. Unfortunately, we did kind of leave a lot of them behind. You really should
Oh,
have told
that's
them
okay.
before.
No, that's okay. Those parts they were corrupted anyway. I don't think they would have really lent themselves. I mean, you did get a soul, which I don't know what you're gonna do with that.
Oh, this guy, he kind of reaches into his, well, I guess now it's a lab jacket, not a vest anymore.
Yeah.
Pulls out a little blue, like, flaming soul, goes, this guy's really confused. I don't know if he's gonna be much use.
Well, maybe we can give him a little bit of direction.
Okay, well, you're the expert on memory stuff. I don't know anything about that. I mean, I think you are. I don't know.
You wouldn't remember even if I had told you otherwise.
That's a good point. Listen, I'm all for building a human. You're gonna need some lab space, won't you, though? Kind of hard to
An
do that all over.
automelon.
An automelon?
An automaton. Autonatomy? Tank? I could make a tank! No, wait, no. Back it up a little bit. I'll
Yes,
make a
this is
human
already
first.
getting out of hand, so let's keep the scope of this project.
She's feeling really good!
It's all that organic soul.
Yes!
Ambois, just my god, we found the one substance Ocbeas have a low tolerance for.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that was all of it.
Congratulations, Lissy. You've done the entire supply of this drug.